Seriously, I'm really, really getting sick and tired of this fucking bullshit coming from the pseudo-left. You're not progressive, you're not liberals, you are a pseudo-leftist fascist cunts. The point is that racism is not gonna leave. It's never gonna leave this country on an individual basis. There are people out there that are gonna continue to be fucking stupid. They're gonna continue to be racists, either against black people or white people or whatever it may be. And the only problem I have with that is that we're thinking that it's gonna end. We're thinking that through movements we're gonna kill this shit. We're gonna kill this shit by keep on driving home the point that certain idiots out there are racists. But then the pseudo-left, the fucking people that call themselves progressives, that aren't really progressives, and they're really actually fucking regressives, not understanding what the fucking issues are in the first place, they go off and they say, well, because of white privilege, this bullshit is happening in the world. No, what happens to the real left? What happens to the progressives who didn't really understand economics at all, who thought that in more complex terms than race? What happened to you guys? What happened to the TJs in the world, and the Amazing Atheists, and Thunderfoots in the world? Are you all just gone? Like, what the fuck happened to you? Did you get so sick of this movement being destroyed by these fucking social justice warriors that first infested the atheist movement called Atheism Plus? Did you get so sick of them that you just jumped off the railing and said, fuck this shit? Because I would've. And it's a good thing I'm not on the left, because I'd be fucking going crazy. This bullshit has to stop. There is no fucking patriarchy. I'm sorry. As much as you try to fucking intellectualize it, intellectualize this idea that the entire world was ruled by white men, is just as much as a conspiracy as the fucking people who say that the Jews run the world, and the Jews are the ones to blame. Yes, there are bankers who own fucking stocks in every single nation that probably do own the majority of the resources in the world. And possibly a lot of them are Jewish people. But the point is that doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what their religion is. It doesn't matter which ethnicity they come from. What matters is the deeper intellectual issues that you have to fucking sit down and think about. And if you're not going to think about it, that are not in terms of race, that are not in terms of simple tribalism, then get out of the fucking political spectrum. Then fucking do something else. Because your ideas and opinions, as much as you think they're valid, they're not. They're absolutely not valid. They're the opposite of valid. They're like the fucking, the right-wingers who point out that black people are stupid because they're black. You're just as fucking stupid as the fucking people that you're fighting against. Even more so. Because at least the people you're fighting against don't try to intellectualize their fucking bullshit. You try to intellectualize it, and then you get into fucking academia, and all of a sudden you're intellectualizing racism against white people. But you say that saying the term white privilege is actually not racism, but it's a deeper understanding of what's going on in the world because the white men that rule over society. Seriously. That's what I have heard in one of my philosophy classes for an elective that I'm taking for my final year now. As I am leaving the school this infestation of social justice warrior fucking racist bullshit is infesting academia. I'm really sick and fucking tired of hearing you fucking pseudo-leftist pieces of garbage saying that all of the world's problems all relate to race, all relate to somebody's color of their fucking skin. Because it doesn't. It just fucking doesn't. It doesn't have to deal with gender. It doesn't have to deal with the fucking color of your goddamn skin. It doesn't have to fucking deal with any of that shit. It's like I go online now, and instead of seeing trolls and 4chan saying pool is closed due to AIDS with a bunch of black fucking avatars in Habbo Hotel that happened way back when, which was obviously a fucking joke in the first place to point out the fucking stupidity of racism. No, you're saying you're making a movie called Dear White People where it points out this bullshit argument that you're trying to transmit onto the airwaves that white people are the problem. No, it's not white people. It's the racist on the right who attribute everything to black people. And it's you fuckers. There is no patriarchy. There is no white privilege. I do not have white privilege. I am not a member of the patriarchy. I'm Jewish, but I don't own the banks that own the world. Jewish by heritage, not by religion. I'm an atheist by religion. Oh, and also to the fucking new atheist movement, I really don't give a shit about Christians believing their bullshit. In fact, I'll defend them to the death to believe in whatever the fuck they want, because that doesn't fucking matter. What matters is that we're fucking human beings. But you're fucking breaking up everywhere, getting us to fight amongst each other instead of actually seeing the fucking real issue. We're all under attack. Why are we under attack? Who's attacking us? Well, first of all, we're fucking attacking each other. Because we think that race and religion and politics and fucking black versus white and man versus woman is what matters. No! The entire point of having all of those fucking differences is so that we can make a difference in the world. Because if we were all the same, we'd be fucking easier to control. But of course we're fighting amongst each other, and then something's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden we're looking at each other like the same, but not like the same as in we all have our differences, and we should just might as well work together to get a common greater good through the mutual self-interest of every single individual. But no, we'll be calling each other comrade, because all of a sudden, for some reason, the idea of cultural Marxism has gotten us to a point where the only thing that we can see is that that person is a part of the fucking collective. No. This is what I say. If you're black, if you're white, if you're male, female, transgendered, fucking Christian, atheist, Jewish, I don't fucking give a damn. That's the fucking point. I do not care less about what you have as a belief system, who you are as a person in relation to your fucking skin color or to your fucking genitals. I don't give a crap. I don't care what your belief is. I don't care if you believe in God or not. What I care is if you're fucking hurting someone. And if you're not hurting someone, I don't give a shit. There's no white patriarchy fucking ruling the world that has always been ruling the world. It's much more complex than that. The world is a lot more complex than that. And you people would know if you actually took the time to fucking sit down and actually understand the bullshit that's going on in the world. There is no patriarchy. I am not privileged because of my skin color. You are not put down because of your skin color. Men and women are not the same. Biologically, we're different. Biologically, we're sexually dimorphic. And there's absolutely no problem with that. In fact, I wouldn't have it any other way. MGTOWs are fucking stupid because they think that they're gonna make a movement out of fucking not marrying. You wanna not marry? Then fucking go ahead. Nobody's fucking forcing you. You're just as bad as the fucking feminists. You're playing into this game of pitting men against women and women against men. With the fucking Jessica Valenti's fucking sipping coffee out of a coffee mug that says male tears. And then the fucking MGTOWs like Stardust or something like that talking about how he's not gonna marry a wife because of the fucking court system. We all know that the fucking court system is wrong and we need to fucking focus on that. But the point is that that's a separate issue. That's an issue that doesn't have to deal with men. It doesn't have to deal with women. It has to deal with the fucking court system. Maybe there's some sexism right there, but the point is that we need each other. Yeah, sure, we're all out for our own self-interests, but we all have mutual self-interests. And the only way to get those self-interests is by understanding that we're all different in some ways. We all believe in different fucking things, but that doesn't fucking matter. The matter is that, yes, we're individuals. Yes, we're an individualistic society. But we're also interdependent. We're dependent amongst one another. Whether we know the guy across the street, he's probably dependent upon us in some way, and we're just the same dependent upon him. If you break that down, if you say that men and women are not equal, if you say that men and women need to be going against each other and going at each other's throats, you're playing directly into the idea that the family should be destroyed. And traditions, as much as I hate them, some are meant to be there for the fucking progress of our genes. That's what it is. If you're not going to marry, that's fine. I don't give a shit. The point is that men and women need each other for different purposes. Men are built for different purposes that females are built for. But we both need each other. And blacks and whites, fuck, I don't care. Nobody should care. It's skin color. No, it doesn't fucking matter. There is no white privilege. There is no patriarchy. I do not fucking permit from some bankster up in fucking Transylvania that gives me cash because he understands that he has the majority of the world's resources because of his financial banking system. I don't have a giant ass nose because I'm a Jew. This nose is for my dad and he's a Catholic. My mom's Jewish, that's how I'm Jewish. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that we're all fucking human. We all bleed red. We all have blue blood running through our veins because it hasn't hit oxygen yet. That's what matters. Nothing else does. There's no patriarchy and there's no white privilege. This has been Lapse of Apathy. Burning reason into your skull. Have a nice day.